games are a lot of fun, and we've been blessed with some amazing titles lately.
I jumped off the RV and then I died.
However, this is Underground Garage, and I'm required to give you a disclosure. I got this game for free as a review copy. Underground Garage is a mechanic racing sim. Think of like Car Mechanic Simulator meets Need for Speed. There's only been a handful of games trying this genre. I've always loved this concept. After all, I used to be a mechanic, and I like racing. So, let's jump into it. Apparently, I'm Discount Paul Walker.
I'm in your face.
But we're gonna grab our first job from Deb, who has a lovely AI voice that I hear on TikTok all the time.
Got a new client. Dave wants you to take this one.
It's so fantastic. I love it. I think I'd rather read, actually. What is the AI disclosure on this game? All right, so AI is going to be used for localization, voice acting, in-game cutscenes, artwork, and other marketing materials. So I guess everything. Brace yourself for the AI slop incoming. I recommend maybe some safety goggles and definitely hearing protection. Anyway, let's get this first car fixed. Starter issue should be easy. I know how to do that. So it turns out this is Dave's car, and this is Dave's shop. Dave also doesn't like to make eye contact with me for some reason, but, you know, he wants me to take his cool car out for a spin. Hey, Dave, I think there's still something wrong. Maybe a squeaky belt, or I think the tires are rubbing? Oh, that's normal? Okay. Sure, bud. Whatever you say. I'm gonna be honest with you, the driving in this game is quite possibly the worst I've ever had to deal with. I didn't expect this game to be as refined as Need for Speed or Forza, but this is almost, like, undrivable. And it's supposed to be the moment you're showing me the cool car that, you know, I could one day build, and this is how bad it feels? I'm not exactly looking forward to driving any of your cars, ever. So this is where Dave wanted me to go, and he wants me to do this time trial. But I'm gonna just do this race instead against AI, because I want to see what they're like. And it turns out I can bet all my money. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, actually, it's pretty easy. I already have like a super powered car apparently, and I could just easily win this. Let's farm this. Alright, now that I'm a millionaire, I'll be releasing several self-help books on how to succeed. But also, let's actually get the quest done and move on. So basically in this game, my job is simply to be a mechanic, and then to take these cars out for a fun drive. Now, I could do these jobs the normal way, but I've realized once the car goes from complete, and I'm still in the mechanic screen, I can start removing parts that I shouldn't be able to remove, like fenders, or even the motor. As long as a different motor goes in there and the car is still drivable, it can be accepted. So with that new knowledge, I decided I'm gonna go steal an engine out of this car and swap it for the 6-cylinder. Oh, here's your upgraded car. Oh, geez, I don't know what happened to your fenders. So now that I've stolen the motor and swapped it into the valve, I'm guessing this is my car. They never actually told me, it just kind of showed up. That or I just missed when they said it was mine, but I'm assuming the Volf is mine. Now every time I'm delivering stripped down cars because it's fun. Hey, what's this over there? Oh, a junkyard? Don't mind if I do. I gotta spend all this money I'm getting someplace.
Have fun with digging.
Oh no, is that the brain rot AI voice? Like the peener snipper guy?
Peener snipper guy. I know here's a little messy, but do not be afraid. Quoting angels.
All right, well anyway, I'm gonna just go buy some junk cars and motor. So as we've progressed here through some of the missions, we're actually able to unlock disassembling the cars. In fact, I can fully disassemble the car and put it in my inventory. Don't mind me walking around here. I'm just carrying 3 cars and 4 motors at all times. It's not a big deal for me. So this is the last tutorial mission. After this mission, we'll be finished and they are going to take my millions of dollars. Don't ask how I already know this. But like most millionaires, I'm gonna put all of my money into assets, so by buying all these cars, I'll be able to keep my money, because they're not gonna take any of these cars from me, because they haven't expected that I would do this. Boy, my frame rate is struggling a little bit here, but that's okay. Let's just finish up the last car. All right, here you go, sir, your perfectly normal car. Don't mind what happened to it, it's perfectly normal, yes. Oh no, my box was destroyed. I can't imagine why customers would be pissed off at me. Whoopsie. Actually, damn, who was strong enough to bend that lift? Maybe I should be a little more terrified. Well, apparently it's time to just rebuild the shop for Dave. And to do that, I need to get these little star points. Rep, I assume? I don't think they called it anything. I don't know if I care to remember, to be honest. So it seems the easy way to get these is just by doing a bunch of races. 2 stars at a time. And I need a lot more stars than that. So I started racing a lot. And I did not realize there was multiple quests. So I was just grinding out this thing through what I would describe as the worst part of the game, driving, and I didn't have to. Now we can actually change our quests, and instead of doing 2 stars at a time, we can actually get the stars much quicker. Next quest to do is Deb's quest, except for I can't, because her car won't spawn. It needs a spot in the lot, and there are no spots in the lot left. I've actually reached out to like the game dev support team and didn't get really any response towards it. I didn't have the patience to wait for it, so I just started playing it all over again. And within 4 hours, I got to the same spot I am now. And even though I've played the game before, yes, it did take me 4 hours to get through the tutorial. But this time, I at least have less cars. Now I can easily get my star points from all the quests and start to rebuild my shop. Or Dave's shops? I don't know. Whose shop is it anymore? So now that I've started disassembling more and more cars, I have all these parts in my inventory, which is actually starting to lag out my screen. Oh, and it crashed. This is in fact now my 4th save, because I've either soft locked myself or continued to crash the game so much that it is broke. Sure, I'm going a little bit off script from what the game wants me to do, but the game also doesn't stop me at any point to try to get me on track. But at least I could take on some more challenging jobs, like upgrading the horsepower of this car. We just gotta reach 368 horsepower, and that should be easy. We just gotta slap some turbos on here, some tier 1 parts, and there we did it. Except we didn't. We've hit over 368 horsepower. Try to take some parts off and try again. Okay, so they didn't tell me what parts I need to put on here, and I also have to hit the exact horsepower they want. I'm guessing at this point. So for right now, I'm gonna set this one aside. Instead, let's go take a stab at a full restore. We got a junkyard car, we're gonna fully restore it for this guy, and it's gonna take a minute. So I was really puzzled at the end of doing this car because there was something still missing that was a critical part of the car. Apparently that's neon underneath. I didn't realize it needed underglow, but okay, that's done and I know how that works now. Maybe what I was missing on the horsepower car was neon. That's where my 2 horsepower is. I'm going to be honest though, at this point I was getting pretty exhausted and I needed hundreds of more stars to unlock more things. And the game was getting grindy and buggy. At this point, we had crashed now 6 times in 22 hours of gameplay. I know I'm pushing the limits of the game, but this is a little ridiculous. And just like that, I walked out of Dave's garage to get the other car because I'm not gonna give up that easily. Are you kidding me? We're gonna hit 368 horsepower. Oh, my progress was reset? This is happening because I restarted the game to help with lag? Great. Who cares? I've got a ton of money and apparently a ton of time to waste, so let's dig into it. This time I won't add the tier 1 block and hopefully that helps. And actually, somehow, I don't remember what configuration we had before, but this is the one that actually did it. And I just need to put on the rest of the missing parts and I'm finished. Sure, it cost me twice as much because I had to reset my progress and it deleted some of the parts I had, but I'm done with that job and there's like hundreds of more jobs to do, and at this point I'm just done. I'm worn down from this game. Deb's voice is annoying at best, and the AI artwork on every wall is awful. Dave never did look me in the eyes, and I assume we'll find him later, but I'm not gonna get to that point. Apparently he's actually working for the FBI. What fucking Fed? So just like a disgruntled employee who is tired of being shoved around underpaid and overworked, I quit the game. I'm done. This game has many flaws, especially around driving, its world design, story, and its use of AI. It's a shame because I really enjoy the car building part of the game. Swapping out engines and building the cars is actually a lot of fun. But without being able to enjoy driving those cars, they just become display pieces for photos. And let's be honest, the graphics aren't that good. I feel like this is an example of how trying to use AI to fill in the gaps of your game leaves it feeling soulless. The art feels uninspired and boring, so does the story, and honestly, the world feels just void and kind of empty despite there being cars and NPCs walking around. I'm a huge believer in working with other artists and creative folks. When you are working with others that share the same passion you have, they are going to bring different perspectives, provide diversity, and add their own unique elements to the story to intrigue the viewer. AI can't do that in a meaningful way because it hasn't and won't live those human experiences. There's ultimately so much loss when trying to replace human beings, and the fact that the developers didn't understand this or didn't care is really unfortunate. I will say there is some potential for this game, but they're gonna have to almost build from the ground up. I do know in the current patch 1.2 they have fixed things like driving a little bit, but it's still not that enjoyable and I still wouldn't recommend this game. This one was a bit of a letdown. I was really looking forward to this game being something fun and exciting that I could share with all my audience, but unfortunately it's just bad. Nonetheless, thank you for watching, I do really appreciate it, and we will see you on the next video, which won't take 4 months, I promise.